Gentlemen, this is the courtroom. When I say all right. All right. All right. Get up.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. This is the time set for the 2 a.m. calendar on July 18th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I will let you know what you are here for, if I have appointed counsel, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we could start with Mr. Smith to the podium and Mr. Ray to the chair.
Smith.
Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Donald Smith, December 16th, 1986.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and one count of misconduct involving weapons, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference July 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 25th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $75,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You may not possess any weapons, and you may come and go from your own apartment if you are still permitted to do so by the management, but you are not to violate any no contact orders, and you may not linger or loiter in any of the common areas. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, sir? If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Mr. Ray to the podium and Ms. Torres to the chair. Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Richard Ray, 3/13/75.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on a new case for one count of misconduct involving a weapon, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference July 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 25th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons, you may not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Even though it is a Class 6 felony, why am I being given a bond and not released on my own recognizance?
So you are a prohibited possessor, and in the allegations allege that there were weapons found in your residence. I have 15 factors that I have to consider when I am setting a bond, and some of those things include the nature of the offense charged. It also includes your criminal history. I did review that. It does look like there are multiple prior felony convictions along with multiple failures to appear. I do have some concerns that as being a prohibited possessor that you are still possessing weapons despite the orders that you are not to do so. And so based on that, I have set a bond of $2,500. Anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. If you step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Oh. I'm sorry, we need to reprint, Mr. Ray, she just said. It looks like the date's printed wrong on there. Ms. Torres to the podium. Good morning, can I get your name and date of birth?
Natasha Lopez Torres, September 3589.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on 3 cases. They're probation violation warrants that were issued for you with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation in each case. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 each in the 2 cases and $100 in the 3rd case. It's a total bond of $600. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you need to comply with. It does include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, if you take a seat out there, they'll bring you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you.
That does conclude our 2 a.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 5 a.m.
So take time. Gave her a hard time earlier. So we're looking for that. Yeah. All right.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. This is the time set for the 5 a.m. calendar on July 18th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I'll let you know what you're here for, if I've appointed an attorney, if you have bond, and what your release conditions are. If we can start with Enrique to the podium and Ryan Davis to the chair. Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Good morning. Enrique Moinado, 2690.
Thank you. It does look like you have 3 cases on the calendar this morning. We have 2 failure to appear bench warrants that were issued for you for pending drug charges that you have. I'm affirming the attorneys that were appointed in those cases. You're also here on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of April 10th, 2025, and it's for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in that case. You're going to have some hearings coming up. You have a status conference July 24th at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing July 25th at 1:30, You have a preliminary hearing, July 28th at 8:30, along with a status conference, same date and time. So 3 hearings coming up for all of your cases. In the 2 cases you failed to appear at, you have a a cash bond of $2,000 in each case. However, on the direct complaint that was filed, because you were out on felony release on those other 2 cases when this offense was committed, you are not eligible for bond on this case.
On April of?
April 10th, let me just double check the date. April 10th, 2025.
They're saying that I didn't have no police contact there.
So they filed a direct complaint against you for an offense date of April 10th with 1 count of possession or use of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony.
I was in jail.
Maybe the drugs were found in custody. I don't have that specific information. Let me see if I can look it up.
April 10th.
So it took place on April 10th, 2025. It doesn't look like they're alleging that you were in custody. They were at a location on Tamarisk Street, and they alleged that you had fled out the back of the home and discarded some substance, and that substance was later tested, and so that's what this is based on. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have an evidentiary hearing July 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's the time set to determine if bond will be set on these charges. So although you have bond on your other 2 cases, you won't be released until you know if bond is going to be set on this case. So you may want to wait on posting that until you know what's going to happen on these charges. Okay, sir? If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Ryan Davis to the podium and Alfredo Rubalcaba to the chair. Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Good morning. My name is Ryan Thomas Davis, and my birthday is 12/7/1981.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant for absconding from pretrial services and removing your electronic monitoring device.
Yeah.
I'll affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you,
Thank you.
and you'll have a status conference July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $30,000. In the event you post that bond, you'll be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with another electronic monitor. You'll have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you may not leave the state of Arizona. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just up to your left side, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alfredo Rubalcaba to the podium. Yulisa Burkhead to the chair. Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Alfredo Rubalcaba, 12468.
Can you repeat your date of birth?
12468.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar here. We have a new Superior Court case for 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 1st degree of a residential yard, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You are going to have a status conference on July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30. You also have a probation violation warrant that was issued for you with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing counsel in that case as well and setting a probation revocation hearing on July 24th at 8:30. On your new charges, you have a secured appearance bond of $25,000 and on your probation case, a $250 bond. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. It is going to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions, sir?
No.
Just up to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Yulisa Burkhead to the podium and Dustin Hamilton to the chair. Good morning. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yulisa Burkhead. My date of birth is March 16, 2000.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on 2 probation violation warrants with allegations you violated terms 13 and 15 of your probation. Okay. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,500 in each case for a total of $5,000. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Dustin Hamilton to the podium and Curtis Townsville to the chair.
Hamilton. Hamilton. Hamilton.
Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Dustin Hamilton, 8483.
Thank you, sir. You are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,000. In the event you post that bond, you will have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 24 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Curtis to the podium and Jeremiah to the chair. Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Curtis Thomas, 04/30/1998.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,000. In the event you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. You are not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Just step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Jeremiah to the podium and Hector to the chair.
Thank you. Jeremiah? Huh? I don't know. Huh? What's Jeremiah? Well, yes. All right.
Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jeremiah Allen McLaughlin, 11/24/1985.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It does look like it's for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of disobeying an order of the court, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,000. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you must obey the terms of the order of protection that has been issued against you. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Actually, yes, I don't have a question. I have a request, actually. I apparently found out my dad is dying of stage 3, stage 4 bladder cancer. And apparently I was brought to my attention that I need to go back to Columbus, Ohio, and go see him real quick. Is there by any chance I can be granted to be able to go see my dad before he passes?
So you do now have some pending felonies, and so when felonies are pending, you're not to leave the state of Arizona. You're technically not even supposed to leave Maricopa County. Mm-hmm. I also have some concerns with the alleged victim in this case. So the bond is going to remain tonight. You will meet with your attorney on July 24th, and at that time you can discuss with your attorney and they can determine if it's appropriate to make that motion to the court. If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Hector to the podium, Angelica to the chair. Hector to the podium.
Hector. Hector, come on.
Yes, please. Right behind the podium, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Hector Elizondo, on February 3rd, 1979.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 1, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $750. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
So I have to bond out?
Correct.
Yeah.
Anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so step to your left. The officer will give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir. Angelica to the podium. Kendra Henderson to the chair. Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Angelica Raddick, 1201.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant for a pending drug paraphernalia charge. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you and set a hearing July 24th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond of $750. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You also need to ensure you attend this hearing. If you fail to appear at it, another warrant will issue and you'll forfeit your bond. Did you have any questions? Step to your left and they'll give you that paperwork. Kendall to the podium and Robert to the chair. Good morning. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Kendra Henderson, February 1st, 1994.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we have 5 cases on the calendar. 2 of them are probation violation warrants that were issued for you with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 in each of your probation cases. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. In each of your probation cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. You also have 3 warrants here out of the Goodyear Municipal Court. It does appear that, let me see, they're all post-adjudication. They appear to be failure to pay or failure to comply with some court orders you have there. Hold on, sir. I'll give you an opportunity to speak in a moment.
Okay.
I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and I'm going to set an arraignment hearing on July 23rd at 8:30. That's in the Goodyear Municipal Court. That applies to all 3 of the Goodyear Municipal Court warrants. You have a placeholder bond on that. You have a $50 bond on each of those cases. Because you are currently being held on your probation violation matters, I'm placing the $50 bond to ensure that you are transported to all of your hearings. You have a total bond of $650 between your 5 cases. In the event that is posted, you have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing any weapons or alcohol, contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Pay close attention on your paperwork to the date, time, and location because you do have them at different courts.
I just have a question.
Sure.
When the incident happened, I was at Circle K and I just had I had to use the restroom and I was in Peoria and they transferred me here. They just said that I had a failure to appear for the Goodyear case. They just said that I had a failure to appear because I'm on a payment plan for Goodyear and I'm on a payment plan. I'm just a little bit late for my payment because I had to take a couple of days off of work. I can make a payment. I'm on a payment plan for the Goodyear case. I'm not on probation. I don't violate my probation at all.
So as it relates to the Goodyear Municipal Court cases, they issued the warrants on June 18th, 2025. You will have to take up with them any payment plans that you have. I don't have access to any of their information. Your hearing with them is on July 23rd. But I do show that you're also on probation in 2 Maricopa County Superior Court cases, and there's allegations in those that you violated terms 3 and 5, and that's where you have the secured appearance bond of $250.
How did I violate? I didn't violate my probation. I don't have there wasn't any additional incident that happened or anything like that.
The allegations are that you failed to report to the Adult Probation Department within 72 hours of release from incarceration on April 10th, 2025, and you did not reside in a residence approved by the Adult Probation Department, and on April 25th, 2025, a residence attempt was made at the last known residence with no success. So those are the allegations that have been presented, and as a result of those, warrants issued for your arrest on July 14th, 2025.
Oh, okay. So you said that the warrant was issued on July 14th?
Correct, yeah, so just a couple of days ago.
I did report to the probation department. I have my probation officer's information. I reported to the probation department, and they have my address. I did recently move, but they have my address. They have my information. I live with my mom. My address is the same as the 604 South 7th Street. I reported to the probation department. I have my probation officer's information.
So according to the notes that your probation officer has submitted, they have that address that you just listed, and the person at that location has indicated that you do not live there and have never lived there. They have attempted to reach you at multiple different phone numbers and have showed up at that location with no success. So I will let you take that up with your assigned judge in this case and talk to your attorney at your next hearing, at your probation revocation hearing on July 24th. If you post bond, you need to make sure you attend that hearing. If you don't post bond, you'll remain in custody until then.
Okay. Is it possible that I can be released? I can report to the probation department. They have my information. I did recently move, so my mail can still be sent to the 604 South 7th Street. I don't have my new address just yet. I live with my mom. But I don't have my new address just yet. But I did update my address. I did go to the court to update my address, and they said that was okay. They didn't say that I didn't violate my probation because I don't have like any new incidents that happened or anything like that.
So the violation of the probation is not alleging that you have any new incidents. It's that you have not remained in contact as required under your probation terms. So because of that, you do have to post a bond in order to be released from custody. Your total bond will be $650 between your 5 cases.
Oh, okay. Do I have a bond for the Goodyear case?
That's included in the $650. It's $50 for each of those cases, and then you have $250 on each of the probation cases.
Oh, okay.
So $650 is the total for all 5 cases. You would need to post the entire bond in order to be released.
I can make a payment for the Goodyear case. I normally make a payment. I'm on a payment plan for an incident that happened, and I'm just a little bit late for my payment plan. I can make a payment. I just had to take a couple of days off of work, but I can make a payment for the Goodyear case.
And I understand that, but they issued the warrant, and there's a valid warrant, so you will have to address that payment plan with them. I don't have access to their records, and so I can't reinstate your payment plan. Contact Goodyear Municipal. I have included their phone number in the paperwork. So when you get released, contact them about that payment plan.
Is it possible that I can be released for the Goodyear case?
If I release you on the Goodyear case and hold you on bond on the probation case, you will miss your hearing that is scheduled for Goodyear, which is why I simply placed what's called a placeholder bond of $50 on each of those cases. If I were to do that and you miss that hearing, a warrant would issue, and then you'd be brought back here again to be heard on those Goodyear cases. And so that's why I have to place the $50 bond.
Oh, okay.
Okay? If you step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Okay.
Robert to the podium. And Jaime Sandoval to the chair. Good morning. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Robert Valencia, 12/05/1998.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. You have a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, and 5. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500 in that case. You're also here on a new case. That is for 1 count of resisting arrest, a passive resistance, class 1 misdemeanor. I am appointing an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Tempe Municipal Court on July 23rd at 9 a.m. Because you are here on a probation violation and you're being held on that, I'm putting a placeholder bond of $50 on your second case to ensure that you are transported. In the event you do post bond, you'll have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Am I getting released or am I staying until...
You have a bond of $550.
So I'm not getting released, right?
Not without posting bond.
Okay, cool.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Yes.
Mr. Sandoval to the podium and Mr. Schmidt to the chair. Good morning, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jamie Sandoval, June 5th, 1996.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 2 probation violation cases with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in each case for a total of $500. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Schmidt to the podium and Ms. Stewart to the chair. Good morning, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Good morning, Hudson Schmidt, 8/10/97.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It does involve 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of assault, Class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have an arraignment hearing July 22nd at 1:30 in the Surprise Municipal Court. You have a secured appearance bond of $500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release, and I urge you to read them very carefully. In this case, you have an alleged victim. You are not to have any uninvited contact with the alleged victim. If the alleged victim consents to contact, you may do so. If they do not consent to contact and you reside with the alleged victim, then you do have to find an alternative residence. You may contact law enforcement for 1 civil standby to collect those belongings if that's necessary.
Okay.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes, my bond, is that posted immediately, or do I have to wait a certain time? Like, can I pay that this morning, or?
Yes, so here in a moment when they get you guys to the processing stage, they'll give you access to a phone and phone numbers
And
for bail bonding companies, or you can contact family and friends and they can get that posted. Once it's posted, it takes about 4 to 6 hours.
Sorry, one more question. Bondsman, that's what, 10%? So
Typically, it's 10% plus
50
collateral.
50 bucks. Oh,
Yeah, if you contact the bail bonding company, they'll give you a list of different numbers. You can
Okay.
contact multiple to
All right.
see what suits you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Alyssa Stewart to the podium and Michael Sosa to the chair. Good morning, ma'am. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Alyssa Stewart, 12/3/92.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $100. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess any weapons or drugs, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your left. The officer will give you that paperwork. Michael Sosa to the podium and Dolores Hendricks to the chair. Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Michael Sosa, 2489.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 6, 7, and 11. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
You said 250?
$250.
Thank you.
Just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Dolores Hendricks to the podium. Good morning. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Dolores Hendricks, 10/20/1964.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a justice court warrant related to failing to pay some fines or complete some court orders for a charge of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled in 2017. Due to the nature of your charge, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing August 7th at 1:30 in the Encanto Justice Court. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at that hearing. You have written conditions of release you need to comply with. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
If you'll step to your left, ma'am, they'll give you that paperwork.
Just take their cards, no processing. Yes. Take this one. Drop it off and release the processing. Give them some officers. And I'll bring that guy in. There's Opa and Stewart.
Do we have Mr. Harrison here?
Yes, ma'am.
morning. Could I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Leighton Harris. I was born January 30th, 1997.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 14 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 2 felony, and 2 counts of enticing a child to use an electronic device, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 28th at 8:30. You have a cash bond of $150,000. In the event you post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You will also have written conditions of release. You are not to initiate any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, witness. You may not have contact with any minors, and you are prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, so the only way I can, get out of here at all before that next jury or whatever is $150,000?
Correct.
All right.
You just up to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
So it looks like I'm probably just going to stay in facility.
If you don't post, then you will remain in custody. You'll meet with your attorney on July 24th.
Okay, I don't have any way to, when I meet with my attorney finally, is there a chance for any kind of plea deal or anything, or is it just already set?
Well, we're not there yet, but you have not been found guilty, and so they will discuss what the process looks like going forward.
That's what I was wondering, if you guys are already charging me with something or not, so.
So these are the allegations at this time, but again, you have not been found guilty of anything. I'm appointing an attorney, and so you can discuss all of the facts with your attorney, and again, you will meet with that attorney at the status conference on July 24th.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. If you'll take a seat out there. Case number 20 and 6 will proceed as a house call due to disruptive behavior. Case number 20, Jesus Rodriguez, date of birth December 6, 1999. He is here on a justice court warrant for failing to appear for an offense date of September 28, 2023 for 1 count of disorderly conduct. Due to the nature of his charge, he's not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I am setting an arraignment hearing August 7th at 8:30 in the El Centro Justice Court. I am releasing him on his own recognizance, that is his promise to appear. In the event, he will have written conditions of release. He may not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and he may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 6, Patrick Kelly, date of birth March 22nd, 1967. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant for a pending drug charge. I'll affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent him and set a status conference July 23rd at 8:30. He has a cash bond of $100. In the event that bond is posted, he has written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting his probation officer within 72 hours. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. That does conclude our 5 a.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 8 a.m.
Here she comes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, no talking out here. Once we get started and all the way through court, we to discuss that outside of this lobby. We use the next zone. Judges to come in. Down. Everyone rise up. All rise. Janine Dyer, now presiding. Honorable Janine Dyer, now presiding. Excuse me.
No worries. Good morning. You may be seated.
Thank you, everyone. Sorry, it's a little rushed.
No worries.
How are you today?
I'm good. Are you having a good morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
just trying to get the chatter down a little bit.
Good morning, everyone. I am Commissioner Dyer. We are here this morning on the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for July 18th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 1st of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar. Before we get started, there's just a few things that I want to explain to you. First is, I'm going to be calling each of you up to the podium one by one, where I will ask you for your first and last name and your date of birth. I will then advise you as to why you are here. I will also advise you as to whether or not an attorney has been appointed to represent you. I will then let you know what your upcoming court dates will be, what your bond will be if you are eligible for bond, and what your release conditions will be. Some of you may have questions while I'm providing this advisement to you. I just ask that you hold your questions until I complete the advisement. In addition, your questions should only be directed towards your release conditions. This is a recorded proceeding, and you are here without counsel today. So anything that you say regarding your case could be used against you. Any legal questions that you have, you should wait to speak to your attorney regarding those questions. The first person that I'm calling to the podium is Glenn Hill. If you will please come to the podium. And Mr. Herrera, if you'll please have a seat in the chair.
That's the center podium. And let me raise that up. It's a little low.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Glenn Hill, April 28th, 1991.
You are here today because you have a probation violation warrant. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. According to your warrant, you are not eligible for bond today due to the nature of the violation of probation. It appears that there may be, that you may have to be incarcerated for a period of time. That's pretty much everything that I have to advise you of this morning. If you have no questions for me, the officer is going to hand you your paperwork, and then you may go back into holding and have a seat. Did you have any questions?
Yes. When you say incarcerated, you mean jail time or prison time?
I don't. It could be either or. I don't know. So when you go to your hearing next week, you will find out more, and you'll have your attorney will be there with you and will be able to advise you more on what that looks like.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Herrera, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. McGuffey, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Manuel Herrera, 07/21/2000, Your Honor.
You
Good morning, Your Honor.
Today.
Jason Squires on behalf of Mr. Herrera, who is present.
I am so sorry, Mr. Squires. I did not mean to overlook you. Is the state appearing? Is the state appearing for this matter? Okay. Mr. Herrera, you are here today due to a bond surrender. You obviously already have counsel. You do have a status conference hearing scheduled for July 24th at 8:30. I have very limited information regarding the bond surrender outside of what was written by the bonding agent. Mr. Squires, do you want to be heard on release conditions at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. He is on a surrender from the bond because he was not able to pay the $20,000 renewal fee for the annual bond. Mr. Herrera, the reports indicate Herrera, but it's Herrera. The defendant's true and correct last name, Herrera. His wife says everything looks like it's just Herra, and that's what he responds to as well. But I wanted to correct that for the record. He has never had a failure to appear. I've been representing him for over a year. I'm asking for an OR release, own recognizance release, because we have been litigating this case for well over a year. He's had no failures to appear. There were new charges filed, but they were part of this overall larger case, so it's been continued for a very, very long time. He's maintained constant communication with me and is not a risk to flee. He is a veteran, and we're asking for an own recognizance or a pretrial services release to get him back with his family. But he is in custody simply because he could not afford to pay an additional $20,000 to the bondsman after giving them $20,000 originally. That's why he's in custody. Nothing else. No failures to comply, nothing like that. He just didn't have the money.
Okay, have you asked for a bond modification before, while this has been pending?
Yes,
and was that
I did.
denied?
No, it was not. It has not been heard yet. When we got the demand for the bond increase, I filed it last Friday. I checked with the court yesterday when he was arrested. There has been no ruling on that as of yet, but I did file that.
I mean, the reason why I'm asking is that I know that he was seen initially on February 13th of last year, and I believe that that's when the bond was imposed, correct?
Yes,
That's
that
what I'm
was the
looking at, the
bond
release order. Right,
That
so
was the bond imposed for a year, and then the renewal fee, like I mentioned.
Okay, I guess that's sort of the question here. I will just say what I see when I review the dockets oftentimes is that request to modify bond happens earlier in a case. And sometimes the request is made that, to step down to pretrial services or something of the like. When I'm reviewing everything, it just looks like the previous release conditions have just been affirmed throughout the case.
Oh, yes. Let me notify the court of my intelligence on this matter. So his family posted the bond, and then he hired me. There was no request to modify the bond prior because he had posted it, and he was out of custody and doing well. It wasn't until the bondsman demanded a $20,000 yearly renewal that we scrambled to get the modification to his release conditions. I reached out to the prosecutor. I asked Mr. Rickman, the assigned DCA, and in my candor to the court, he did not want an OR release. He did not, but he didn't give me any position on pretrial services, and I filed the modification. I asked him for a stipulation to OR. He said he didn't want to do an OR release, and that is all the information that I have to the court as my duty of candor to the tribunal, but he didn't say anything about pretrial services. Mr. Herrera is in here only because, go ahead.
And when did you file your motion to modify bond? Because the last thing on the docket is dated for July 9th.
It was July 10th, I think, Your Honor.
Okay, so that motion hasn't hit the docket, and that is not for me. That would not be anything that I would rule on. And absent having a county attorney here to provide the state's recommendation, I'm not inclined to modify the bond. I'm not inclined to do that. I'm inclined to just affirm what the previous bond was, and any arguments or issues regarding a modification of bond should happen in front of the assigned judicial officer.
Okay, is it possible to recall the matter when the state is like maybe on the 11 o'clock calendar, if the state will be presenting? I don't want to ambush the state, but we haven't got a ruling from the assigned, and I'm just trying to prevent him from spending unnecessary time in custody. I think there will be an agreement.
And I can move it to the 11 or the 2 o'clock calendar.
Okay, that'd be great, Your Honor, and I'll try to get the assigned.
I'm asking you which do you prefer? Can I move it to the 2? Do I have time to move it to the 2?
Whichever is better on Your Honor's calendar, and whichever one the state will be present.
So I will move it to, I'm going to be presiding over the 2 p.m. calendar. So I would prefer to move it to the calendar, since I'm already familiar. You don't have to present the same information to a different judicial officer. So I will move this to the 2 p.m. calendar, and then we will reach out to the covering county attorney, and also that gives you more time to sort out whatever you need to sort out. So if any record needs to be made, you would be able to do that.
Great, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so Mr. Herrera, I'm going to move your matter to the 2 p.m. calendar so that your attorney has the opportunity to speak to the county attorney and provide additional information so we can sort this out. Because if we were to move forward today, right now, I would probably affirm the prior bond. So if you have no objection to that.
I don't got nothing to say, Your Honor.
He doesn't
Okay,
have
so
any
we will-
objection here.
Okay, so we will then move this matter to the 2 p.m. I will see you back at 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And can we reach out to Ms. Sawyer and let her know? Thank you. Mr. McGuffey, if you will please come to the podium, and Ms. Garcia, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Well, sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ashton McGuffey, August 15, 2006.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon that has been defaced, a Class 6 felony, 1 count of theft or control over stolen property, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to all the counts, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on July 24th at 8:30, and you will have a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot possess any weapons, and you must appear for both of your court dates. Failing to comply with your release conditions or appearing for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, if you will please step to the left, the officer has given you your paperwork, so if you will go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Ms. Garcia, will you please come to the podium, and Mr. Parker, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Linda Garcia, 7/29/63.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 4 counts of disorderly conduct involving fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of endangerment, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 3 counts of assault with intent to injure, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all of the counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have an arraignment hearing on July 22nd at 9 a.m. You have a cash-only bond in the amount of $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, you cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victims, and you cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued, you must comply with those orders. Please be advised that I'm giving you this advisement based on the information that I reviewed. You can't have any contact with the victim. Even if the victim contacts you first, you're not permitted to live in the same residence at this time. You are cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with release conditions or failing to appear for your court date will result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, if you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Parker, will you please come to the podium? And Ms. Dishove, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
11/25/86, Dustin Parker.
Thank you. You are here today because you have 3 warrants for failing to appear for a court date. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in all 3 matters. You have a status conference hearing on all 3 matters on July 24th at 8:30. Each of your warrants had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,000, so you have a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $6,000. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failing to appear for your court date would result in the loss of your bond. Warrants would issue again for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, the officer has given you your paperwork. You may have a seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Dishoff, if you'll please come to the podium, and Mr. Anthony Amaya, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Good morning. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Chris Dishoff, 22702.
You are here today because you have 3 probation violation warrants. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in all 3 matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. One of your warrants has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. The other 2 have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. So your total secured appearance bond is $2,250. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, you may have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Amaya, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. Cole Piercy, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name?
Anthony Michael Maya, 31294.
You are here today because you have 3 probation violation warrants. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in all 3 matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. Each of your warrants has, 2 of your warrants had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. The last one had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So your total secured appearance bond between the 3 cases is $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest again, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, you may have a seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Piercy, if you will please come to the podium, and Ms. Lewis, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Cole Piercy, May 19th, 1998.
Thank you. You are here today because 2 warrants were issued when you failed to appear for your court dates. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. Each of your warrants has a cash-only bond in the amount of $50, so your total bond is $100 cash. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, that would result in the loss of the bond that you post. Another warrant would issue for your arrest again, and additional bond could be imposed.
So I'm not going to get a ward, even though I turned myself in? No, so it's $100?
Yes. Do you have any other questions?
No, I guess not really. Just I thought I was going to get OR'd or released. That's what I've been getting told.
Well, we did not receive that information, and the warrants were confirmed to be valid, and that's what the...
No, I know. I did a self-surrender, and I turned myself into the Mesa courthouse yesterday. Met up with my PO.
That doesn't absolve you from being responsible, and the orders are still the orders. So I have all my jobs.
I don't have anything else there.
All right, so you have a seat. Thank you. Ms. Lewis, will you please come to the courtroom? And Mr. Lopez Izquierdo, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Good morning, Maxina Lewis, 8/31/88.
Thank you. You are here today because a warrant was issued when you failed to appear for a court date. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in this matter. You have a status conference hearing on July 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $350. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest again, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me.
The day of my court date, I was in the courtroom, and I was waiting for them to call me, and they were like just really clearing everybody out. And I ended up just leaving, and then by the time I got home, I had seen that I had a video court call. Was that?
Ma'am, your warrant was issued on July 17th of 2024.
2024, yeah.
Right. So between December and we're in the middle of July.
Okay.
Well, you had an attorney, and so if you had some confusion,
and there
was a way for you to take care of it, and you didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mr. Piercy, if you will please come to the podium, and Ms. Mr. Lopez Izquierdo, if you'll please, and I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, if you will please come to the podium. And Mr. Wallenberg, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Omar Lopez Izquierdo, 12/09/2001.
Thank you. You are here today because you have a probation violation warrant.
Okay.
An attorney was already appointed to represent you in this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You were here on a probation violation warrant. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. My apologies. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. Your warrant had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Another warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, you may have a seat. Thank you.
Wait, what's today, ma'am? What's today's date?
Today is July 18th. Mr. Wallenberg, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. Shakir, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Brendan Michael Wallenberg, May 9th, 1981.
Thank you. You are here this morning because you have two probation violation warrants. You have a direct complaint that was filed, and you have a warrant out of El Centro Justice Court. I'm going to start.
Out of where?
El Centro Justice Court. So I'm going to first start with your direct complaint. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is October 7th of 2024. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do have a status conference hearing on July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30. The direct complaint had a cash-only bond in the amount of $500. Then, as to your probation violation warrants, I appointed an attorney to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. Each of those warrants had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And then, as to your warrant out of El Centro Justice Court, you have an arraignment. I did appoint an attorney to represent you on that matter. You do have an arraignment hearing on July 23rd at 8:30. I gave you a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. It is essentially a placeholder bond because you have bonds here for Superior Court. This will ensure that you get transported to your hearing in the Justice Court. So between your 4 cases, you have $1,050 in secured appearance bond and $500 cash bond. If you are able to post bond, you do need to make sure that you appear for all of your court dates. If you fail to do so, that would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants will issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, you may have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Deersnow, if you'll please come to the podium, and Mr. Ehinger, if you'll please, or Ehinger, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Shakir Dersno, January 24th, 2005.
You are here today because you were charged with 2 counts of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You have an arraignment hearing on July 22nd at 1:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. You cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You are permitted 1 civil standby with local law enforcement to assist you in retrieving your essential belongings. You are also cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, feel free to.
Thank you.
Mr. Ihanger, if you'll please come to the podium, and Mr. Ramirez, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jacob Lloyd Hanger, 12/26/91.
You are here today because a direct complaint was filed where you were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is December 17th of 2024. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30. The direct complaint had a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. Failure to do so would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest and additional bond would be imposed. I did review, I know that you had another case, and my understanding is that you are currently serving 90 days on your probation violation matter, so posting bond would not secure your release.
Right.
Okay, but it allows you to continue to accrue credit for your time being served while you're in custody.
It does what?
Allows you to continue to accrue time.
Okay. So what does that mean? Like I'll get
So
time
your time is still being counted. Your time is still, you have 90 days. I think you were sentenced in June.
Yeah.
So by me placing a bond on you, you're still getting credit for your time.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have one other question. This was for the Scottsdale, right?
This is a Superior Court direct complaint warrant, so I don't have any information. I don't know where the offense occurred. I just have that you were charged with these offenses. Okay.
Just because I've been putting in motions to try to get this court date going because I want to take care of the warrant because I'm trying to do a reach out for
So I see that you have a Scottsdale Municipal Court hold, but I don't know when those are two separate courts. This is not, we only do Superior Court matters here. The Scottsdale Municipal Court is a separate court, so I would not be able to help you with that.
So that's not this?
That's not this.
Are you sure? Because they were telling me.
I am telling you, you are charged here in this court. You have a criminal case here. This is a new criminal case in Superior Court. I'm looking at your information. I see that you have a Scottsdale Municipal Court hold. I don't know when Scottsdale is going to come and get you to take care of that, but you have two separate matters going on right now in two different courthouses.
Okay, how can I get that taken care of?
I just told you I don't know. I don't have any control over what happens in Scottsdale.
You don't know how I'd be able to get a hold of the judge to set up a court date while I'm here or anything?
The deputies will probably be able to explain to you how the different holds work for the city courts. I'm not able to do that for you. I don't have that information. Okay. I can provide you information regarding our court.
Okay.
Okay?
And does this count as my bond and stuff like that? Does that count as a hold?
Yes.
It does?
So that's why by having this bond, you'll get credit, and also you will be transported. If you have a court date for your Scottsdale case, you will be transported to that court date. But I don't have that information right now. I just know that there's a hold from Scottsdale.
But I'm saying, like, do I have a hold for this court?
That's what the bond is. I feel like we're having a circular conversation.
No, I know. I'm just confused because they're two separate things.
I'm gonna just separate it out, okay? You were already seen on your probation violation, and you were sentenced to 90 days in jail. This direct complaint has come in. I opposed the bond that was on that warrant so that, A, you will continue to get credit for your time that you are currently serving on your sentence for the probation violation matter.
Okay.
In addition, I see that there is a hold out of Scottsdale Municipal Court. By having this bond, if Scottsdale needs to see you, if a court date is set, you will be transported for that hearing. I don't know what's going on with that, so I cannot give you any information regarding that. The last thing is that I'm advising you that against attempting to post bond, because it would not secure your release because you are serving time on your matter, your probation violation matter that you were seen on in June.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's everything. Those are all the answers I have right now.
Is there any way I could not have a hold for this court? Because I'm trying to get rid of my hold so Reach Out can come pick me up and I can go to rehab.
I cannot get rid of your hold. Scottsdale has put the hold on you.
For here.
Scottsdale has put the hold on you.
No, I mean for this case.
No.
No? Okay. All right, thank you.
Mr. Ramirez, will you please come to the podium, and Mr. Wells, will you please have a seat in the chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm a little hard of hearing.
Okay, we'll get you a hearing device.
Okay, my name Mario Ramirez. Oh, thank you.
You say something?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It's too loud on the speaker, though.
So just step back a little bit from the microphone so you don't get
The
feedback.
volume's right here.
Oh,
Okay.
hello? Okay.
Are you able, is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank
Can you
you.
state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Mario R. Ramirez, November 4th, 1950.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of assault with intent to injure, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have an arraignment hearing on August 5th at 9 a.m. I am going to release you on your own recognizance today. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear for your court date?
Yes, ma'am, I
You have
will.
you have the following release conditions. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim, and you cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside in the same location as the alleged victim. You are permitted one civil standby with local law enforcement to assist you in collecting your essential belongings. You are cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and a bond would be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, I believe the officer is giving you your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. The only problem is my son lives with us. And
I understand. I read the probable cause statement, and I made a determination that
he takes care of my wife. She has Alzheimer's,
Okay.
and she takes care of my bills and things.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're asking me questions, and as I'm trying to answer,
I'm sorry.
you keep talking.
I'm sorry. This is my
And
first.
so, well, I'm just letting you know that if you continue to interrupt me, then we just won't have a discussion.
Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. I reviewed the probable cause statement. In reading the facts for which I found probable cause on was that you assaulted your son in the home.
Yes.
That's what I made a probable, those are the alleged facts that I made a probable cause finding that it's reasonable to believe that they may be true. Okay? That's the first part. I also read information regarding what happened leading up to that altercation, which also causes me concern. I will let you know that I was trying to determine whether or not I should impose a bond on you, because that's how concerned I was about the escalation of what occurred on the date of this offense.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am releasing you on your own recognizance, but part of that is that you can't live in the home right now.
Oh.
You can't live in the home right now until you get to your first court date, and whatever that judge who's assigned to this case, whatever determinations they make at that time. But as of right now, I don't believe that you should be in the home right now.
Okay.
So you will have to find someplace else to stay while this matter is pending, or at least until you get to your first court date.
Okay.
If you don't comply with my order and you get into some more trouble and you're back at the house, number one, you could be charged with a felony. Secondly, if that happens, you will get a bond.
Okay. It won't happen, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
So I believe you have your paperwork. If you want to take off the hearing device, you may have a seat. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Mr. Wells, will you please come to the podium? Mr. Elliott, will you have a seat in the chair? Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Lamarius Wells, December 28, 2006.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of assault with intent to injure, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to this offense, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have an arraignment hearing on August 7th at 9 o'clock. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services. You do have to Promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the following release conditions. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. You cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that have been issued, you must comply with those orders. You cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. You are also cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in a warrant issuing for your arrest, and a bond would be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, I see that you have your orders. You may have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Elliott, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. Alvarez, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Good morning. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yeah.
Can you tell me your first name and your last name?
Yeah.
You're saying yes, but you're not telling me what your name is. If I asked, was your name Shane Elliott, would that be true?
Yeah.
If I, so the information that I have is that your date of birth is December 27th, 2000, would that be true?
Yeah.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree, Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the offense, you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You do have an arraignment hearing on August 5th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. Do you promise to appear for your court date? Okay. Well, if you are not willing to promise that you will be there, I will have to change my order to ensure that you will be at your court date. So, I am going to impose a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. Okay, so I've changed the order. So you have a secured appearance, so your court date will be July 28th at 10 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. Oh, wait, I need to put a note in there. I'm so sorry. Okay, now it's ready. So you will have, your court date will be on July 28th at 10 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. If you're able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. Failure to comply with your release conditions or failing to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. And warrant will issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. The officer is going to give you your paperwork, and you may have a seat. Thank you.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez, will you please come to the podium? And Mr. Owens, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, Mr. Alvarez. Will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Eric Rivera Alvarez, September 4th, 1980.
You are here today because you have a new case. You were charged with 1 count of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Due to the nature of I did not find probable cause as to that offense. I have to fix this on my side. It's not showing that the probable cause box was checked. So I'm not sure what happened here. Okay, is it showing now? Okay. So I did not find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the offense, you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You will have an arraignment hearing on August 5th at 1:30. Please make sure that you appear for that court date, even though I did not find probable cause today. Information can be provided where that could be cured. So if you fail to appear for your court date and a probable cause finding is made on that date, a warrant could be issued for your arrest. So you had to reprint it. Yeah. So that takes care of everything that I needed to advise you of today. If you have no questions for me, let me have a seat. Thank you. Mr. Owens, will you please come to the podium? Good morning, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Michael Owens, July 4th, 92.
You are here today as a fugitive of justice. There was a warrant that was issued out of Texas. As a fugitive of justice, you have the right to an extradition hearing. You would be entitled to bond. You would have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense. One would not be appointed to you because this matter is civil in nature rather than criminal. An extradition requires a warrant to be signed by both the governor here in Arizona and the governor in Texas. That process can take between 60 and 90 days. You also have the right to waive an extradition hearing. If you choose to waive an extradition hearing, Texas would have 30 days from tomorrow to come and pick you up. You would no longer be entitled to bond. In your situation, if you choose not to waive your rights, you would have an initial hearing on July 28th at 1:30, and your secured appearance bond would be $50,000. Did you have an opportunity to review the information regarding your rights?
I did, but I'm just, there's a couple things. I was just here, July 2nd through July 15th. While I was here, I lost my job.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna stop you because those things have nothing to do with what we're here for today. I have to address this warrant out of Texas. I can't do anything about what happened earlier this month. I just received information that you were here on this warrant.
That's what I was here for this warrant from July 2nd to July 15th.
I don't see any information that you were here. I'm looking and it doesn't.
Yeah, I was here from the 2nd to the 15th. They released me on the 15th. I went home, and then yesterday they all showed up at my house, pointing assault rifles at me and my wife and my children in the living room. Arrested me again and told my wife there was a clerical error and brought me back.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a pause because I don't have any information showing that you were even, normally if somebody was here on IA, I would have that information regarding their previous IA. So I need a moment to go and research this information. I will come back and see if I can figure out what the issue is, okay?
Okay, can I go call my, sorry, I'm still really shaken up. There was a lot of assault rifles pointed at us and I was just
I'm taking a brief
so.
recess right now, so
Yes,
I can go research and see what's going on here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Am I able to step out here and make a call? Thank you. She said I could step out here and
Not what she's researching, she's gonna come back in here and need to see you. I'm not gonna come out and pull you off the phone, just have a seat.
Okay.
Until she makes the decision.
Okay.
Mr. Owens, will you please come back to the podium? So in reviewing what happened previously, it looks like a commissioner did dismiss they dismissed the case. However, Texas has not quashed the FOJ warrant. So until this matter gets resolved, if you don't take care of it, you'll keep getting picked up on this warrant.
Yes, ma'am.
So we were able to, we researched, and this warrant was confirmed as still valid as of yesterday. That was the information. So that's kind of where you are right now. So what would you like to do? Do you want to, you could choose not to waive your rights. You'd have another hearing on July 28th, and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. Or if you choose not to waive, then you would not be eligible for bond, and Texas would have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up.
Well, I was supposed to have court on the 21st.
Well, you didn't have court on the 21st because the case was dismissed, and then you got picked up again on the warrant. So we're starting over, basically, because this is a valid warrant still.
What is the warrant over? I don't know.
In Texas, you were charged with fraud. That's the offense that is alleged. And it looks like there is multiple counts of fraud. And this warrant was initially issued this warrant was issued on March 24th, 2025. So, do you know how you would like to proceed?
Well, I don't have $50,000 to bond out, so.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. If you're going to choose to waive your rights, I do need to ask you some questions before I can make that final determination. So first, I need to confirm that you did review the information regarding your rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you do know that you do not have to sign the paperwork to waive your rights. You do understand that you don't have to do that.
Correct.
And you understand that you do have the right to an extradition hearing. You have to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you do understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense.
Yes, ma'am.
And you do understand that you have the right to demand that both the governor in Arizona and the governor in Texas sign the governor's warrants before you are returned.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that you would have the right to bail?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Can I get the bond dropped at all, below 50?
I will tell you that your warrant out of Texas asks that you be held without bond. So it's not going lower than 50.
I understand.
So
if I hire a lawyer here, would they be able to represent me in Texas? Because it sounds like they're gonna pick me up, is what it kind of sounds like.
This is a whole Texas case. Your criminal issue is in Texas. If you hired an attorney here, it's not going to be regarding your actual criminal charges.
That makes sense.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I was asking you that you do understand that you have the right to bond, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am. I'll sit and hope they don't pick me up.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
Tylenol, that's it. I have cracked ribs.
Well, based on that, does any of that affect your ability to make a decision here today?
No, ma'am.
To understand what is happening right now.
No, ma'am.
I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver. I'm going to also sign it. I am directing the Sheriff's Office to notify Texas that you are ready for pickup. Texas will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless you have any local charges pending. If you have any local charges pending, the 30 days would not start until after those local charges were resolved. Do you have any questions? Okay, please step forward and say,
No,
you have to
ma'am.
answer.
Sorry.
And please step forward to sign the paperwork. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and sign. Then I'm gonna need one more signature, okay? Hold on. Go ahead. Looks good.
Thank you.
Dasa Ikoma, date of birth, April 29th, 1997, is here on a new case. They are not physically present in court due to, she is not physically present in court due to concerns regarding self-harm. She was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of assault with an intent to injure, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all counts, and I did appoint an attorney to represent her. She will have a status conference hearing on July 24th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30. She will have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If she's able to post bond, she'll be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring. She will also be advised that she cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, initiate any contact with the alleged victims, and she cannot possess any weapons. She will also be advised that if there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued, she must comply with those orders. She cannot reside at the same location as the alleged victim. She will be permitted 1 civil standby with local law enforcement to collect her essential belongings. She will also be cautioned that if she violates the no victim contact order in a criminal case, she could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. She will further be advised that if she fails to comply with release conditions or she fails to appear for her court dates, that any bond that she posts will be forfeited, a warrant would issue for her arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. After I meet with Ms. Ikoma, if any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. Eden Rivera, date of birth November 24th, 1997, is here on a probation violation warrant. She's not physically present in court due to concerns of self-harm. I did appoint an attorney to represent her in this matter. She will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30. Her warrant has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. Ms. Rivera will be advised that if she's able to post bond, she must appear for her court date, and if she fails to appear for her court date, that would result in the loss of any bond that she posts. Another warrant would issue for her arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. After I meet with Ms. Rivera, if any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. This concludes our 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we stand in recess until 11 a.m.
Whoa. All right. All rise, the Honorable John Agra now presiding.
Okay.
And then you have to please.
Okay, please be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Correct, you did. You did, thank you very much. I need 1 minute just to log in. All right. Still giving me the circle, so I'm almost there. Come on, it's not. Is it camp box out? No.
Okay, did you, and you're positive about your,
Should I be logged off of the other one?
No. How about I log in as me, and then we'll just go into ICE as you. Okay. That's right. Now put it. You're using the wrong user ID. You're using ICE.
Okay. Okay. Got to be smarter than the computer. That's the lesson for today.
You got this.
Couldn't still be slow. I was just like, this is not right after we did this. I thought, shit, now I'm going to load your profile. It'll just be a second.
I'm going to go have some coffee. I'll be back.
You go get your proper road. That would be a story.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm waiting for some computer issues to resolve. I appreciate your patience. Be with you shortly.
I'm so sorry. Right after we did, I was like,
I should have done that then.
We'll do this to you again. So if you do a small thing, is because so I gotta make sure yours. Did you get any phone calls from HR? This is your business number. Yes, he did. Did you?
Just looking for the name.
Yes, that's what this is. So we need to remember before using the bunch, we need to do it. So we need to we're going to try but then
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, open edge, or open, yeah, see the pinned edge, right there, yeah, open that, in a second, oh, Jesus Christ, County Judicial Branch of Arizona, circle right, right here, right here, click right here. Great. Now, also. Okay, so nothing. Remember, we didn't do it. We never did it. We bailed out. Remember that? We did it because you couldn't download it. You didn't have it last. Remember? Okay. And I'm going to do this, and we're going to go. Oh, wow. All right. I think we're ready to go here. Again, good morning. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for July 18th, 2025. The court orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar as well. If I could have Corenda Manycows come forward and take position behind the podium, and Manuel Ochoa, if I could have you come up and take the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, ma'am. Could you please give me your full name? I'm sorry. One more second. I gotta hit this. Okay, could I have you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
Karina Perez Manycows, September 14th, 1992.
Thank you very much. You are here on new charges. They are 2 counts of aggravated DUI, both class 4 felonies. This has come down through a grand jury warrant. Your next court date is an original arraignment hearing on July 25th. Everything I'm saying, you're going to get a copy of as well. July 25th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. In terms of your release conditions is that you are non-bondable at this point. That is because you were on felony release at the time of committing this new offense. However, I am going to give you a second date, a second hearing, still on the same date, I'm sorry, and that's going to be called an evidentiary hearing. And at that evidentiary hearing, again on July 25th, 2025, that'll be at 1:30 p.m., you and your attorney will have an opportunity to address bond-related issues. To that end, I have appointed an attorney to represent you as to these counts, all counts on this matter. Copy of your instructions that we've just given to you. Thank you very much. If you could step to your left.
Thank you.
Okay, so and I signed everything. Okay. Manuel Ochoa, can you please come up to the podium? J.D. Benjamin, next to the chair, please. Good morning, sir. Could you give me your full name and date of birth?
Manuel Ochoa, 10/5/1971.
Thank you. Thank you. Sir, you are here on new charges. There is 1 count of fraudulent schemes, a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of forgery, Class 4 felony. These are the charges that were handed down pursuant to a grand jury warrant. Your next court date on this matter is a original arraignment hearing, and that's on July 25th at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The bond amount in your matter is $10,000, and that is a cash-only bond. So you would have to post the entirety of that amount in order to secure any release. There are going to be multiple release conditions given to you on the piece of paper. I'm just going to go through a few of them. You are not to return to the alleged scene of the crime. You're not to have any contact with any of the victims or any complainants or witnesses in this matter, and you're not to have any contact with the arresting officers. I believe that's it. Thank you very much, sir. If you could step to your left. J.D. Benjamin, up to the podium, please, and Seth Laney would be next.
Is that what you call a podium?
Yes, sir. With the great time. Good morning. Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
My name is J.D. Benjamin. I was born 11/16/94.
Thank you. Mr. Benjamin, you are here on the allegation of a new charge, and that is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That is a Class 3 felony. That has also come down through a grand jury warrant. Your next court date is July 25th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. That's going to be an original arraignment hearing. The bond amount set in place for your case is $10,000. That is, however, a secured appearance bond. It's not a cash-only bond. It's a secured appearance bond. You're also, in the paperwork you just received, there are certain additional conditions and restrictions for your release. I'm just going to go through some of them, not all of them. You are not to return to the scene of the crime. You're not to have any contact with any alleged victims or complainants or witnesses in your matters, and you are not to initiate any contact with the police officer. Thank you very much. That's it on your case. If you could move to your left. Seth Laney, if you could come up to the podium, please. Mario Segundo, if you could take the chair, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you please give me your name and date of birth?
Yes, sir. My name is Seth Charles Laney. I was born April 21st, 1993, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You are here on new charges, new allegations of disorderly conduct. That's with a weapon. That is a Class 6 felony. Your next court date, you're going to have two. Your next court date is July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. That'll be followed by a preliminary hearing on July 28th, also in the downtown Superior Court. Both matters are set for 8:30 a.m. In reviewing your matter as to the disorderly conduct, I have found that probable cause exists. I am appointing an attorney in your matter, and the bond amount in your matter is a secure appearance bond of $15,000 secured appearance bond. You are about to receive some paperwork. On that paperwork has certain release conditions that you have to comply with. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the ones I'd like to focus you on is the no contact at all with the alleged victim in this matter, or any witnesses or any complainants in this matter, as well as no contact with the arresting officers. All right, thank you very much. That takes care of.
Yes, sir.
That's it on your matter. Mario Segundo, please come to the podium. Kevin Jones, if you could please take the stand. Oh, the chair. I'm sorry. Sir, could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Mario Segundo, April 25th, 1966.
Thank you. You are here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. You are alleged to have led your probation on a Class 3 felony. I am appointing an attorney for your matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing. That's going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. The bond in relation to your matter is set at $10,000. That's going to be secured appearance bond. That's not a cash bond, it's a secured appearance bond. I think that you'll also be getting your additional release conditions in writing. I think you just got those. Okay. If you are released, you are to contact the probation department. Probation
that's what
officer.
I was gonna reinstate myself because I lost my job, and I was gonna try to get access to pay for that, to them classes. And I lost my job, and they came and arrested me when I was in the process of doing it.
In a couple of days here, you'll be able to meet with your attorney. I have appointed an attorney in your matter. Please discuss this matter with your attorney, and they'll be able to address those concerns with the next court.
Yeah, I'm getting released, or?
You are getting, officially you are getting released. However, that is going to be on a $10,000 secured appearance bond. So after you post that $10,000 bond, you will then be released.
So I'll be contained. I'm gonna be contained
until you post the $10,000 bonds. There are bond agencies that you can work with. The names of those bond agencies, I believe you could talk to one of the DOs. There are multiple agencies in the back there that you can contact. They often collect calls, from what I understand. So if you reach out to them, they may require at least a 10% down as part of the bond, and maybe some additional conditions as well.
I was kind of hoping I was going to get reinstated so I could just continue to work forward.
Sure. Yeah. Please bring that up next time at your next court date. Again, $10,000. Please contact a bond company if that's the way you wish to go. Thank you very much. If you could step to your left. Kevin Jones. Please come up to the podium. David Pinon, if I can have you come up to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Please give me your name and date of birth.
Kevin Jones, July 7, 1976.
Thank you. Okay, you are here on, sorry, 1 second. You are here on new charges.
Yes.
You have 4 counts of shoplifting. They are all 6 counts of shoplifting. All 6 of those are class 4 felonies. There is a count of organized retail theft. That's also a class 4 felony. And you also have an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a class 3 felony. Finally, you have a shoplifting as a class 1 misdemeanor. I do find probable cause, or the court does find probable cause as to all of those counts. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. That's going to be a status conference.
Yes.
After that, there will be a preliminary hearing on July 28th, also at 8:30 a.m., also in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, I am providing you with a bond. It's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100,000.
$100,000.
In addition to that bond amount that you just received, the paperwork of which you just received in front of you, there are additional release conditions. I'm just going to go through some of them. Do not return to the alleged scene of the crime. Do not speak with any of the alleged victims in this case, and do not contact the officers in this case. Okay, thank you very much. Step to your left, please. Kevin Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, it wasn't clicked up. David Pinon. Thank you. Jose Baranda, if you could please take the chair next to the door. If you could give me 1 second. Did I just miss it? Oh, I didn't sign or anything like that. Okay, all right.
I think you did get Mario, I don't remember his name, but you can just look at his face when you're done.
All right. Sir, could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
David Pinon, March 25th, 1990.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Finan, you are here on new charges. I'm going to go through them with you right now. The first is aggravated harassment, a Class 6 felony. The other one is a disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and unlawfully disturbing the privacy of another. That's also a Class 1 misdemeanor. I do find probable cause as to all of those charges. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be a status conference, and that's going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. The date after that is July 28th, and that's going to be a preliminary hearing. And that's also going to be at 8:30 a.m. and also in the downtown Superior Court. I am providing a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $5,000, along with electronic monitoring, and that's going to need to be installed prior to you being released should you post that bond amount. In addition to all that, you're going to receive certain release conditions: not to return to the scene of the crime, not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter, and not to contact the arresting officer. In addition to which, you are to obey any order of protection that is or may be filed against you in this matter. And I want to caution you that any violation of a victim no contact order in this case, which I have instilled, and you'll see that in the police in your release conditions, could constitute a new offense. It could constitute something called a aggravated harassment, a Class 6 felony, and that could be filed as a new offense on top of the current pending charges. If that was to be done, if you were to do something like that, and I mean anything at all, not even a text with no text in it, like blank text, nothing at all. If that would be done, then you would come back here and you would be held non-bondable and be sitting in jail while both cases move forward and are pending. So I'd like to caution you as to that. Let me see.
You can't. And by the way, it's always true. It's just they would maybe to just let the law.
All right, please read through. I have provided you with some very special conditions of your release. Please pay attention to the letter B as a subsection pertaining to that the fact that this court's orders will trump any other existing orders, order of protection or family court orders as well. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can move to your left.
You said it was B right here? You said number B, or I mean letter B?
What part are you asking him about?
What he just mentioned.
So do you have a question for him?
Oh, yeah, you said, I mean, to look very close, look at it very close at letter B, you said?
At the, let me see how it's.
Or part B?
It's not broken in parts.
Where's the bottom? It's going to be like 10B or something.
On the next page, 10.
Okay.
It might be not.
That's local address. Which part are you asking him about?
It's going to be.
Order of protection.
12B, I'm sorry.
12.
That's on page 2.
And here's B.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. If I could have you step to your left, please.
Okay, thank you.
Next up is Jose Barunda. Nicholas Johnson, if you could please take the chair next to the door. Sir, oh no, we're still in the morning. Good morning. Can I have you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Jose Antonio Barunda Jr.
And your date of birth?
11/17/1988.
Thank you very much.
Go back to morning to
All right, you are here on a probation violation matter for a Class 6 felony. I am appointing you an attorney for your matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing. Both of those settings will be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. You are alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation, and I am placing you on a $1,000 cash-only bond at $1,000. With your paperwork or additional conditions of your release should you post the $1,000 cash-only bond. Thank you very much. Is this
Nicholas Johnson?
Nicholas Johnson. Thank you very much, sir. Come on up. I'm going to have you restate your full name and date of birth for me.
Nicholas Johnson, January 22nd, 1984.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. You are also here on a probation violation matter. That is for a Class 4 felony. It is alleged that you have violated terms 1 and 15 of your probation. I am appointing you counsel. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing. Those are going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I am providing you with a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. $2,500 as a secured appearance bond. You're going to receive some paperwork with some additional release conditions. Okay. Should you post that bond?
Okay.
Was the total bond, Your Honor?
He hasn't done the second matter.
I'm sorry. Okay, and that was on number 24 on the calendar. Number 25 on the calendar is give me 1 second. Isn't your charge?
Go back to his name. It's always right there.
Okay. All right. This is for a failure to appear bench warrant out of the Superior Court of Maricopa County. This is for a forgery, which is a Class 4 felony. I have appointed you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference, July 24th, also on July 24th. And in the downtown Superior Court, that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and followed by a preliminary hearing on July 28th, and also in the downtown Superior Court at 8:30 a.m. as well. There is a secured appearance bond in your matter for $2,500. $2,500 is a secured appearance bond. You are going to be receiving additional release conditions. I'm going to go through some of them, and that is for you to not return to the alleged scene of the crime and have no contact with the alleged victims or witnesses in this matter, as well as no contact with the arresting officers.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. You should be getting your paperwork here shortly.
All right.
Thank you. If I can have your stuff to your left. Next is 12. Elisa Sasudo, sorry. Alicia, if you could, Miss Cecido, if you could come up to the podium. Thank you very much. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Alyssa Leonard Salcido, 5/18/95.
Thank you very much. You are here in Superior Court, probation violation warrant. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next hearing is a probation revocation arraignment hearing, as well as a possible disposition hearing. Both of those settings are going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond previously set in your matter in the amount of $100. Should you be able to post that, there are additional release conditions that you have just received in writing.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And that's a secured appearance bond
Okay.
in the amount of $100.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you could step to your left. Roseanne Veranda? Is that?
You saw it.
I did.
Well, let's look at his face, because
I did.
okay. You saw Nicholas.
Nicholas.
You saw her. This is just lagging between.
Okay.
That's all. It's just
Okay. Haley Henderson, please step up to the podium. And if I can have Isaiah Carrillo come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, ma'am. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Haley Jade Henderson, April 23rd, 1989.
Thank you very much. Ms. Henderson, you are here on 3 matters. I'm going to start with the most current first, and that is new charges, 2 counts of new charges. The first count being possession of dangerous drugs, so that's a Class 4 felony, and the second being criminal trespass, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause as to both matters. I have appointed you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the Downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing on July 28th, also in the Downtown Superior Court, also for 8:30 a.m. I have given you a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. That's a placeholder bond in this case. I'm going to review some of the release conditions. You're going to get a full extent of your release conditions in writing, and some of those release conditions include not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, not to have any contact with any of the alleged victims, and not to contact the arresting officers. Also, you are required to, if you get out, you're required to contact the probation department within 72 hours of your release. Your other matter, that's number 34 on the calendar. That is a Superior Court probation violation warrant. That's going to be what's called a Term 1 violation. Term 1 of your probation, of everybody's probation, is that to not commit new crimes while you're on probation. If you have not already received the paperwork for that matter, you should be receiving it by your next court date. I am appointing you an attorney. Your probation violation matter on this in this offense for number 34 on the calendar is a Class 6 felony. Your next court date is probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing. That's on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. Also in the Downtown Superior Court, I'm giving you a $250 secured appearance bond. There's some additional release conditions should you be able to make the bond, and that is to not return to the scene of the crime, alleged crime, to have no contact with the alleged victims, and to contact your probation department within 72 hours of your release. Finally, your third matter, that's also a Superior Court probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. That's also going to be a Term 1 violation. You'll be getting the paperwork if you haven't already on that soon. I have appointed an attorney in your matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. Again, those are going to run with your other probation matter on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the Downtown Superior Court. For that matter, your bond is a $250 secured appearance bond. So in total, should you be able to contact somebody and look into posting your bond, you're looking at you're looking at $550 total in terms of a secured appearance bond. You will also be getting additional release conditions provided to you in writing in the paperwork that I think you already have. Thank you very much. If you could step to your left. Isaac Carrillo. If I could have Ms. Idalor come to the chair next to the door, please, next. So could you give me your full name and date of birth?
I do Armando Carrillo,
Thank you very much. Your date of birth?
January 17, 2000.
Yes. Mr. Correa, if I could have you remove your hat, please. Thank you very much. You are here on two matters. The first matter is a new case. New case allegation, 2 counts. First count being possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. Second charge being a possession of drug paraphernalia, that's a Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause as to both counts. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference on July 24th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on July 28th, also at 8:30 a.m. Both settings are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am giving you a $50 placeholder bond as to this matter. As to your other matter, number 40 on the calendar, that is a Superior Court probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. It is alleged that, I believe that's going to be a Term 1 violation. I am giving you, your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing, also on July 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. In the downtown Superior Court. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 as to that matter. You're going to be receiving paperwork about everything I just said, and along with some additional release conditions, should you be able to post the bond in this matter. Thank you very much. If you could have you step to your left, please. Ms. Idalor, if you can, yeah, please come to this. And I apologize if I butchered your name. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Alejandro Shuri Small by Idalor, 92695.
92695. Thank you very much. Ma'am, you are here on 3 matters. I'm going to start with the most current first. It is, there are new allegations, new charges, 4 different counts. I'm going to go through them with you. They are 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of dangerous drugs, also a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, that's a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, that's a Class 3 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause as to all counts. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference on July 24th at 8:30, July 24th at 8:30, followed by a preliminary hearing on July 28th, also at 8:30. Both matters are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. As to release conditions on this matter, I am giving you a $50 secured appearance placeholder bond. As to your next matter, number 30 on the calendar, that is a Superior Court probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. That is going to be a Term 1 violation. You should be getting paperwork on that by your next court date, which is July 24th at 8:30 a.m. In the downtown Superior Court, and that's going to be for a probation revocation and arraignment hearing, as well as a possible disposition hearing. You know what? Let me correct myself here. I think on this probation revocation matter, I think it's not just a Term 1, although it could be a Term 1, but in addition, the allegation for the 1 is that you have violated Terms 3 and 5. The bond amount for this matter is $250 bond. And finally, and I think that's it. That's it. Both matters, if I said 3 before, let the record reflect that I just have 2 matters on the calendar today. I think you just received conditions of your release. They include more than what I just talked about as well. Please make sure you read them carefully. If you could step to your left. Carly Santos is next. If I could have Robin Alverson come to the chair next to the door, please. Good afternoon. We transitioned over. Ma'am, could I have you give me your full name and date of birth?
Carly Tia Marie Santos, 04/25/2004.
Very much. Ms. Santos, you are here on a probation violation matter out of the Superior Court for a Class 6 felony. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's on a failure to appear. It's a bench warrant. Okay, so I am appointing an attorney to represent you in this matter. I think an attorney already exists, since you may be working with that attorney moving forward. It may be somebody else, but I think one already exists. Your next court date is a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing. Those are going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond previously set in this matter in the amount of $300. $300, that's going to be a secured appearance bond. Thank you very much. You should be receiving your paperwork with additional release conditions. If I could have you step to your left. Robin Alverson. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Robert Alverson.
And your date of birth? Your date of birth, please.
July 4th, 85.
Thank you. You are here on 3 matters, Ms. Alverson. I'm going to start with the most recent first. You are being charged with committing 3 additional, you are being charged with 3 counts. I'm going to go through each of them with you. 3 new counts: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I'm going to find probable cause exists as to all 3 counts. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. The next court date after that is a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30 a.m. Both of those matters are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. As to this matter, I'm giving you a $50 secured appearance placeholder bond. As to the next matter, and that's number 36 on the calendar, you are here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. That's going to be a Term 1 violation. You should be, if you haven't already, be getting paperwork related to that. And your next court date, that's going to be on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. And that is set for a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing, again, in the downtown Superior Court. For that matter, I am placing a $250 secured appearance bond, As to your final matter, number 37 on the calendar, that is also a probation violation matter. I am appointing an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court. As to that matter, I am giving you a $250 secured appearance bond. They'll be getting paperwork along with other release conditions. If I could have you step to your left. Thank you very much. Ardeen Edwards is next. Nicholas Finley. After that, please, if I can have Nicholas Finley take the chair next to the door. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Adrienne Marie Edwards, 8/16/1991.
Thank you very much, Ms. Edwards. You are here on a probation violation matter for a Class 6 felony. There is a Term 1 violation that is going to be alleged, if it hasn't already been done so, against you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. You have a bond in this matter in the amount of $250, and that is a secured appearance bond. You'll be getting a copy of everything I said, along with some other release conditions handed to you in writing, which I believe the officer just did. Thank you very much. If I can have you step to your left. Nicholas Finley, if I can have you take the podium. And if I could have Ethan Renteria take the chair. Good afternoon, sir. Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth?
Nicholas Finley, October 25th, 1994.
Thank you very much. You are here on a probation violation hearing. I'm sorry. You are here on a probation violation matter, a probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. Your next court date, I have appointed an attorney in your matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and a possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to this matter, your bond is $250 as a secured appearance bond. You'll be receiving a copy of your release conditions in writing. Thank you very much. If you could step to your left. I'm sorry, Mr. Renteria, if you could walk to the podium. Thank you very much. And I apologize if I butchered your name when I called you up.
That's okay.
Could you please give me your full name and your date of birth, please?
Ethan Isaiah Renteria, September 20th, 2000.
Thank you very much. You are here on a justice court warrant for one count of DUI. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have appointed a public defender to represent you I have appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on July 23rd at 8:30 a.m. The release conditions, there are multiple release conditions. You're going to get a copy of all of them. They include a bond in the amount of $500 as a secured appearance bond. $500 secured appearance bond. You're about to get, if you haven't already done so, you're going to get you're going to be getting your paperwork. If I could have you step to your left.
Thank you.
Thank you. That one I think. Mr. Osorio, if I can have you come to the podium. And he has two? Yeah. And he has two. Okay. Could I have you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
Federico Jaramillo Osorio, May 8, 1995.
Thank you very much. You are before the court on two matters. I'm going to start with the most recent first. It is a failure to appear bench warrant out of the Superior Court for one count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and one count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony.
I know you.
Thank you very much. Since this matter already is in existence, you already have an attorney that's been appointed to you, so this court is not going to appoint anyone else. Your next court date is a status conference on July 28th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court as to your release conditions. Given the fact that you had taken a plea and you were pending sentencing in this matter, the previous judge in that matter has ordered that you be held without bond until you get to court. I'm going to affirm that other judge's decision and hold you without bond as to this matter. Now, as to your other matter, that is a justice court warrant out of the South Mountain Justice Court. That is for DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Your arraignment, your next court date is July 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to be an arraignment hearing. There is a secured appearance bond that I have put in place in the amount of $50. That is so that you could be transported and you could start receiving credit for the time that you're serving in here for that matter as well. And I know some of those dates may overlap with the other matter, but at least there's that $50 is a signal to the sheriff's office to go ahead and transport you to your next court date in the South Mountain Justice Court. All right, you should be receiving a copy of all of your release conditions, and thank you very much. I think that's it. If I can have you step to your left. Ms. Whitechair, if I can have you step up to the podium. Courtney Moore will be next. If I can have Ms. Moore take a seat at the chair next to the door. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Marcia Renata Whitehair.
And your date of birth?
10/26/86.
Thank you very much. You're here on a Superior Court arrest warrant. That is for aggravated DUI and four counts of all of which are Class 6 felonies. I do find that there is probable cause as to all four counts. I have appointed an attorney for you. Your next court date is a status conference on July 24th. At, hold on, because it's the, okay. You know what, let me scratch that. Your next court date will be a status conference. However, it will be August 1st, 2025 at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on August 5th at 2025, also at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be in the Downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, I am going to be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. I am going to include that you that you be ordered to participate in alcohol testing and drug and monitoring as a condition of that release pursuant to your supervision of pretrial services. You just received paperwork as to your release conditions, as to all of your release conditions. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I am going to go through one in particular, or one or two in particular. You are not to drive a motor vehicle unless you have a valid driver's license, no exceptions, and you are not, and if you do have a valid driver's license, you are not to drive or operate a motor vehicle in any way whatsoever with anyone under the age of 18 years old inside that vehicle. So even if you can legally, lawfully drive, you're not to drive with anyone under the age of 18. And that I urge you to pay specific attention to that release condition. I think that concludes this matter. Thank you very much.
All right, on the part of the ankle bracelet, like as far as like working?
I didn't order an ankle bracelet. That's the short answer. You're just going to be reporting to pretrial services. You are going to be receiving information as part of your release packet as to how to contact pretrial services, and then they will make arrangements as to your schedule for testing for alcohol monitoring and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I urge you to, all the paperwork that you get upon release, please go through it very carefully, because that's going to be your information for the next steps.
Okay. So what do I do now?
You're going to be processed for release. That'll take a few hours.
Okay.
But make sure you contact.
Make sure I show up for August 1st.
August 1st, but also make sure you contact pretrial services the information of which should be in that envelope that you received.
I will.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Courtney Moore, if you could come take the podium, please. And Yolanda Ashley, if you could come take the chair next to the door, please. Good afternoon, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Good afternoon, Courtney Moore, 9/11/82.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, you are here on a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant for one count of narcotic drugs for sale and or transport. That is a Class 2 felony. I am appointing you an attorney in your matter. Your next court date is a status conference. That's going to be on July 24th. July 24th at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be followed by a preliminary hearing setting on July 28th, a few days later, also at 8:30 a.m. Both matters are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. Now, as to your release conditions, you are not, the court has found that you are not bailable, not bondable. Gonna enumerate the reasons here in a second. The records available to the court as of today is that you have a hold that you remain in custody at the request of the U.S. Marshals and Federal Bureau, so they can take you to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and therefore you're going to be held without bail and be returned to the federal custody at the conclusion of your Arizona case.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more matter. I thought there, oh, I'm sorry. There is one more matter, and that is number 15 on the calendar. That is also a bench warrant for one count of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, one count of narcotic drugs for transport or sale, a Class 2 felony, one DUI, and one DUI alcohol, one DUI metabolite. Both of those are Class 1 misdemeanors. I am appointing an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your status conference is your next court date. That's going to be on July 24th. That's going to be the same date as your previous matter, as well as a preliminary hearing on July 28th. Both of those are at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. And for the reasons previously stated on the federal hold, you're going to be remaining in custody until the Arizona matters conclude, and then you'll be removed to federal custody.
Okay.
And held without bond. All right, thank you. Yolanda Ashley, if I could have you come to the podium. Ma'am, could you give me your full name and date of birth?
It's Yolanda Ashley, August 591.
Okay, you are here on a municipal warrant for shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor for these municipal warrants and Class 1 misdemeanors. The court does not appoint attorneys or an attorney to represent anyone, not just you, but I will not be appointing an attorney in your case. You can, please feel free to contact an attorney and hire one privately, or you could represent yourself. Your next court date is a arraignment hearing on July 22nd. I'm sorry, that was, my eyes need to move over one column. Your next court date is still an arraignment hearing, but it's going to be on August 7th. August 7th at 9 a.m. It's going to be your responsibility to get to that hearing.
Yeah, I am.
Why? Because I'm releasing you on your own recognizance, and that is your promise to appear at your next court date on August 7th at
For sure, I'll be here.
at the Peoria Municipal Court.
Okay.
Peoria Municipal Court. The
Can you
address
call
of which
it, or?
the address and contact information is in the paperwork that you were just handed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. If you could step to your left. Thank you. Canellis. Ms. Canellis, if you could please approach the podium. Keith Harrison is next, in the chair next to the door. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could I have your full name and date of birth?
Good afternoon. Elsa Ortiz Canales,
And your
October
date-
18th, 1973.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are here for a Superior Court family, on a Superior Court family warrant.
Yes.
It is a child support arrest pursuant to the warrant. Your next court date is a return hearing on July 24th at 10 a.m. And you currently have, your release conditions basically have a purge amount in the amount of $100. So once you are able to post that amount, you should be released. Your next court date is July 24th. You'll just got a copy of your paperwork. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Mr. Harrison, if you could please approach the podium. Next up is Davina Patterson. Sir, could you give me your full name and date of birth?
Keith Harrison, 5/29/64.
Thank you very much. You are here on a new case, new matter, the allegations of which are that you possess dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause as to both counts. I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference, Your next court date is a status conference, August 1st at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing at August 5th, also at 8:30 a.m. Those are both going to be in the downtown Superior Court. As for your release conditions, I am going to be releasing you to pretrial services for supervised release. So once you are released, it is important that you contact pretrial services, the information of which is in the envelope that you were just handed, and it is important that you get to your next court date, August 1st, in the downtown Superior Court. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Patterson, if you could take the podium. Eric Valero, next, in the seat, please, next to the door. Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Davina Patterson, 9/11/67.
Thank you very much. You are here on a new case. That is a criminal trespass. It is a felony. I did find that probable cause exists in your matter, so I am appointing you an attorney. Your next court date is a status conference, August 1st in the downtown Superior Court at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on August 5th, also at 8:30 a.m., also in the Superior Court. As to your release conditions, I am going to be releasing you to pretrial services and their supervision. It is important that you contact pretrial services. The information of your contact is in the envelope and the paperwork that you are about to receive. And and just as important that you show up on your next court date on August 5th.
I will. Thank you very much.
August 1st. August 1st. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Mr. Valero.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Eric Scott and Valero, 12/31/1969.
Okay. You are here on new charges, criminal trespass, Class 5, a felony. I have reviewed your matter, and 1 second. I have reviewed your matter, and in my review, I have found that no probable cause exists in your matter.
Okay.
Therefore, I am not going to establish any release conditions. What that means is that, just what I just said, that I have found that there's no probable cause. It doesn't mean that your case is dismissed. In fact, it's not dismissed.
Correct.
You are going to be given additional court dates. It is important that you show up to those court dates,
Absolutely.
and they will tell you the status of your case.
Okay.
If you don't show up, they could issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you'll just be right back here again. So
Okay.
show up to the next court date. That's a status conference. That's August 1st at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing at August 5th at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing.
He does get a lawyer.
Oh, okay, so even though there's no probable cause, I did appoint an attorney anyway, just in case, should the county attorney's office decide to proceed with your matter on August 1st.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brianna Davis, if I could have you come to the podium.
Take your time, go slow.
Okay. And after her is...
Then we're gonna do her.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I gave him a note telling him to clear.
Okay. Thank you very much for your patience at the podium. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Your Honor, my name is Brianna Davis, 6/15/92.
Sorry. 6/15/92. Thank you very much. You...
Here.
Okay.
Warrant for your arrest.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna... Okay, Warren, I'm gonna read you something, and as we go through it, I'm gonna ask you to make a decision as to one thing or the other. So please be mindful of that. A warrant for your arrest has been issued by the state of California. That state wants you back on this warrant. Before the court, you were given a laminated card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you read that card or paperwork?
Yes.
As stated in that card, you have a warrant from the state of California. You have a choice to make at this time. You can either choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to the state of California. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow for time for the requesting state to come and get you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere else in the state of Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your next court date for a fugitive of justice hearing on July 28th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Superior Court.
Okay.
I cannot appoint an attorney for you. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, not criminal, civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense if you so choose. You are entitled to bail, which is, in this case, the amount of $500,000. That wasn't set by me. That was set by the state of California.
Oh, my God.
And so I would be affirming that bail amount. If you are unable to post your bail, you will be held in custody during that time, or until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by governors of both states is required to extradite you back to California. That process could take up to 90 days.
Okay.
So you know. At this point, what would you like to do? Waive your rights or not waive your rights?
I do not wish to waive my rights.
Okay. If you do not want to wish, as you stated, you do not wish to waive your rights, you understand that you do not want to sign the paperwork at this time. Your bond amount, as I stated previously, is set in the amount of $500,000. You will have a hearing in an extradition court, again on July 28th, the date I just previously mentioned, July 28th at 1:30 p.m. Fugitive of justice hearing is what it's called, and that's going to be in the downtown Superior Court, where the judge will go through these options again. If you post bond in the meantime, you make sure you please attend all court dates or another warrant will be issued for your arrest.
I understand. The question, is that $500,000 cash or secured, or does it say?
Let me see.
Not that I know what either of those mean.
I'm sorry, it is a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500,000.
Can you explain what that means just a little bit?
There's two types of bonds, secured appearance and cash. Cash is, you got to pay all that money up front. Secured appearance bond, you usually have to put an amount down. Usually in Arizona, it's about 10% down, and that's usually through a bond company. There is bond company information if you ask any of the DOs, or there is bond company information when you go in the back, go back into the jail. Okay. Most bond companies also accept collect calls. So if you call bond company, call a few of them and find out which ones may work with you.
Okay, and does that bond need to be paid to the state of Arizona or to the state of California, since it's a California case?
It will be posted here.
Posted here.
Yeah, in Maricopa County, Arizona. Okay. But because of that, and you got to make sure you come back to your court date on July 28th. I mean, that's just 10 days away, and you can't leave the state while the matter is until your next court date.
Until after the 28th.
Unless the matter is pending. Correct.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up to your line. Thank you.
And so we're going to do a few house calls now.
All right. At this point, we're going to do a few house calls on.
Just press that. Let it go out, and and then I repeat, I said, yes, I did get an affirmative answer from the sheriff, because you still got to kind of say it back.
Okay.
It's clear. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's also clear, so if you want to.
You know what,
Go right
since it's
to-
clear,
right to- yeah,
is
you
Michael Perez by himself?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If I can have Michael
I'll make sure
Perez.
she gets her paperwork.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Perez, could you please come into the room and take the podium?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. But, so you don't, I guess, I mean, this is the script that has existed, the reason we haven't retyped. Because that eventually will print on the rights waiver. Kinley and everything will done print on it that way.
Okay. Do I save it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you just give it to you.
Okay. Sir, may I have thank you very much for your patience at the podium. May I have your full name and date of birth?
Michael Rafael Perez, 11/22/93.
Thank you very much for that. You are here, sir, on a fugitive of justice warrant. I need to read you an advisement. A warrant for your arrest has been issued by the state of Texas. That state wants you back on this warrant. Before coming into this court, you were given a laminated card. Are you in possession of that card? Did you read it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you left it in the other room, okay. But did you have a chance to read it?
You want it? You can look over it while he talks.
It only matters whether they.
And he was given the paperwork. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and proceed. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to either waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to the state of Texas. If you choose, here's something to consider. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come and get you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any other criminal charges pending against you anywhere within the state of Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in the state of Arizona, a 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. Again, if you choose to waive an extradition, if you wish to waive an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing for July 28th as a fugitive of justice hearing at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I cannot appoint you an attorney to represent you in this matter because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you have the right to hire an attorney at your expense if you so choose. You are also entitled to bail I'm sorry? Give me 1 second. In the I have it here, okay. You are also entitled to bail in this case, in the amount of $100,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you are unable to post your bail, you will be held in custody during that time or until such other judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by governors of both states is required to extradite you back to Texas. That process could take up to 90 days. So at this point, do you wish to waive your right to an extradition hearing or no?
Yeah, so that's, because that means that they have like 30 days to come get me or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are hereby waiving your right?
Yeah.
To your extradition. Thank you very much.
Just start, but I need to ask you 20 questions, and then at the end, if you understand everything, I will accept your waiver. So
Okay, I need to ask you, now that you're waiving, I need to ask you some additional questions. As I am making a record, we are making a record of this proceeding. Did you have a chance to read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes, sir.
That's the card in front of you? And did you acknowledge yes as to that?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that you do not have to sign any paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing? Do you have to answer
Yes,
honestly?
sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you understand that you have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have a right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by governors of both states before you are returned?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand that you have a right to bail? Do you understand that you have a right to bail?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Yes? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised anything to you to get you to sign the paperwork?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication within the last 24 hours that would affect your ability to understand what is going on here today?
No.
I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the state requesting your return that you are ready for return. The requesting state will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending again, those 30 days will not start until the conclusion of those matters. Do you have any questions of me?
Oh, no, sir.
step to his left, and she'll tell him when to sign.
Okay. If I can have you step to your right to come up to the bench here, because you'll be signing for some paperwork, and wait for the clerk to advise you as to when to sign.
Now we need to edit, because he did waive, so we need to convert over to yes, he's waived, and kill the hearing if you can remember to do it, that's the X. If you don't, it's okay, the Barb's people will figure it out. So delete it, yes, I do want to. It's going to kick up an error, but that's okay. Now close that, save, and see, it doesn't matter, Maureen, no next week, sign. Now she's ready to do it, because you had to, we always set it up for the don't waive, so that we know what we're going to do.
I just signed, you're going to be asked to sign.
Yeah, and then she'll have you sign twice electronically, and you'll get a copy.
I mean, like a sheriff that arrested me, show me the charge, like that's the charge, that's what I mean.
If you want to talk to him, sheriff will come back.
One second, sir. How close are we to having him sign before I start?
I have a half. Okay, because she's wondering.
You know what, let's have you step to the podium, because otherwise your questions cannot be picked up by the microphone. All right, so please re-ask your question.
What's the warrant for?
The charge in your matter is out of Travis County, Texas, for attempted sexual assault.
And then I just,
Again-
does that change your decision at all?
Again, I'm just, this is the information provided to me by the courts in Texas. Based on this information, does that change anything that you've just decided to? Specifically, does it change your mind as to waiving or not waiving your extradition hearing?
Me waiving rights doesn't mean that I'm admitting nothing, right?
It doesn't, there is no admission as to guilt or innocence. When you get removed back to the state of Texas, you will be able to address those charges directly. And for this kind of case, you will have an attorney appointed to you, I'm certain, in Texas.
Man, wait a minute.
Do you want to change your mind? Do you want to do it? Optional.
Do you need a moment to think?
So can other people see these charges?
I don't know what they can see in Texas.
No, I'm saying like here in jail, man. 'Cause
No.
That's the deal. Can other defendants see his charges, or does it just say
Right
FOJ?
now, it says FOJ.
Yeah, so tell him.
So right now, it says fugitive of justice. What that means is that you have a warrant from another state. That's all they can see. It's also important for me to note to you, this is why I waited until the very end of the calendar when there's no one else around to address your matter. So no other inmates will hear your charges as well, or will know of your charges.
Yeah, I don't want to get like killed or something.
If there is to that end, if you feel, I'm just gonna, I can't give you, I know what, I can. Yeah. So to that end, if you feel at any point that your health, your safety is at issue, you can talk to one of the DOs and ask for administrative segregation, ADSEG, or that you be reclassified, and they will act accordingly regarding your request. But right now, the only thing they're seeing, other inmates are seeing, is FOJ. You just have a warrant from another state, and again, no other inmates are within earshot to hear these proceedings either.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'd like to sign still, I'd still like to ask you to come to the bench. You're free to change your mind.
Anytime before I leave the courtroom, I want to go from waiving to not waiving, or not waiving to waiving. We're not controlling anybody.
You're gonna sign a little slow, so go ahead and try it again. Okay, you're gonna sign one more time.
I don't even like how off would you were explaining.
Commissioner Dino?
Yes, and then what we do is they're gonna hold it up so you can check that both signatures are on it, which is to prevent problems. Yes, thank you very much.
Great, there you go.
Pretty much any reason. Like, what if you got an appeal for another case? It's shaky. And then you just be like, can you do it? You're right. You're right.
Okay, officer, as to, oh, I'm sorry. This I'm sorry?
Yeah, it says it up here, so there's no shelter anymore. So your documents, take them with you, you pull them up from your pocket, you're gonna change out of those clothes, and just leave out those clothes. This way, man.
Officer, I'm sorry, your name?
Huh?
Gowdy. Yeah. Gowdy, Officer Gowdy, hi. I want to ask you about Stefania Williams, Xavier Rubio, and William Bradley.
Absolutely. All right, starting with Williams. Williams is medically isolated from the population of the jail, and she won't be coming out of the isolation cell for everyone's safety.
Okay.
Okay, next, Rubio is isolated because Rubio is acting unpredictable, uncooperative in the process / non-compliant. And Bradley is not following orders. So that's why the three of them are isolated, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, officer. So for the record, in case the recording was not able to pick it up, Stefania Williams, number 11 on the calendar, is isolated due to medical reasons. She is isolated, strict isolation for those reasons, as well as possibly being infectious. As to Javier Rubio and William Bradley, they are isolated because they are non-compliant and they pose a risk to potentially to themselves or others. So with that said, I'm going to go back to number 11, Stefania Williams on the calendar. She's here on a Superior Court FTA warrant for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am appointing an attorney to represent her. Her next court date is a status conference on July 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m., as well as a preliminary hearing on July 28th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. She, as far as her release conditions go, she has a secured appearance bond. It is my inclination to so state during the house call. As to Javier Rubio, he's here on a new case for a municipal court out of Goodyear Municipal Court for drug paraphernalia, a Class 1 misdemeanor. His next court date is an arraignment hearing on on August 6th at 1 p.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I will be releasing Mr. Rubio on his own recognizance, and that's my inclination to do. As to William Bradley, he's here on two matters. Number 6 on the calendar is a Superior Court violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. I am appointing an attorney to represent him. His next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing and possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. And I am inclined to give him a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. As to the number 7 on the calendar, Mr. Bradley is here also on another probation violation matter, a probation violation warrant, a Class 6 felony. His next court date is a probation revocation arraignment hearing, possible disposition hearing on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. He's alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5, and I am inclined to give him a $750 secured appearance bond. If my inclination changes, or if I amend any part of these release conditions, I will do so via written order, and I will not be doing, and not through a recorded statement. We are now at recess on this calendar. Thank you.
You can log out or